Mimo Bibi Akwaba Eba Melodies TV. So it's here for you see how the insofo our more integrity. Ye de omo National Cathedral board and so no. You see how now they are all showing up. Me mamoti ase say osofo baako a me ndi ne ho agro. Me vision board, me manifestation board ono no that's number 1. Reverend Eastwood Anaba. Na me nim say papa no owo integrity. Emma National Cathedral in Sensemo a ekoso yi obeba abonten aba bekasa. I told you. The Sanzo country country mo say Duncan Williams osofo pon kese Duncan Williams ono nso ye obi a he has integrity. You don't expect people like this to keep quiet. Be country mo. Be country mo. Inti we hear last week osofo ane de bae wo free board ne so. Daki Ward Mills. O free board ni so wie omo ana ye mame Joyce Ayi any Pentecost for former chairman na afa omo ninam radio so ni TV so omo kasa omo person mo trese o still National Cathedral and Sensem na ebekoso and all that. And then in so for more integrity a mo dog Ghana for Ghana for wo omo akoma so. Reverend Eastwood Anaba any Duncan Williams. Omo say almost re National Cathedral in Sensemo Basso no they've also been worried. Yen chen National Cathedral ne so Ghana wo mine no economy no ye debt restructuring. She time a Ghana for ye debt restructuring. Now se wo kosi National
MELODIES
Cathedral.
TV on
you are
YouTube.
being insensitive. Yen chen National Cathedral ne so. Ni yen ye audit, independent audit on the National Cathedral sikasem ni mu. Na omon beso mo de omo ho be for bibi sei asem ne tintini ne tietie ni. Now at least I know say in so for pon anomo on my way mo a ye believe say they are the conscience of the society no. Now I am believing and I know say that conscience is back. It is back. And your mo ye de omo akwa tena government bond so government board so say yo enyo omo de omo support it. Enyo omo a aban afa chia mo omo contract. Say yo enyo e was omo support enyo omo. We are people with integrity. Me say okwa sorry, okwa Duncan Williams sorry, okwa Eastwood Anaba sorry, osanso ko Mensa Utable sorry. Now osanso ko Daki Ward Mills sorry masa. Onsofo no mwati wenim. Omwati mwenim. Inti Duncan Williams any Eastwood Anaba, Reverend Eastwood Anaba atro enka ataba on National Cathedral in Sensem no. Yen read it. Was reaffirming the significance of the National Cathedral and the way forward. Sponsors Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Reverend Eastwood Anaba, members of the Board of Trustees. Whereas the National Cathedral, envisioned by His Excellency President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, is a project of historic significance with a multiplicity of faith, social, community, and economic benefits to Ghana, whereas the National Cathedral aims to provide a sacred space and infrastructure for formal religious and other activities in Ghana, such as state funerals and presidential inaugural services, and global gatherings such as peace and reconciliation meetings and international summits that advance faith, peace, stability, and a better world. Whereas according to Quartz Africa, Africa is set to be
MELODIES
global
TV
center
on
of
YouTube.
Christianity for the next 50 years. Whereas in 2021, there were nearly 685 million Christians in Africa, with 760 million expected by 2025. African Christians, therefore, represent the region's largest affinity group. This number would be even larger if the millions of African Christians in North America and European diaspora were included. Whereas Pew Research projects that nearly 40% of the world's Christians will reside in sub-Saharan Africa by 2050, Whereas the number of African Christians are growing exponentially, it is declining in other parts of the world. Whereas Christians represent Ghana's largest demographic, comprising 71.3% of the national population, we affirm, regret that the current economic climate in Ghana presents obstacles to the timely construction and completion of the National Cathedral. It's what Reverend Eastwood Anaba and also for Kessie Duncan Williams are. Wama bobo nsem bebre so ebibi mind ye Christo so me ekoso National Cathedral no na nke pese ye de ye nyama bebre and the president ye si president so kra na kebetumi akwa ye National Cathedral ho National Cathedral no and the tourism ni nyama se nkrofo beba behwe and wabobo so se ebibi man mu Christianity here rise wa kan sansem ni na o kan sansem ni na o se nanso me kare ni nyame nim ni Ghana your current state economy no emma kwan say yensi sa National Cathedral no ti waka the benefit of the National Cathedral no owie ye waka no kware say the krane nyame nim the current state we find ourselves as a country, this is not the right time to be building the National Cathedral. We ye ensofo a omo integrity also we affirm in the case of Ghana's National Cathedral, the words of African American poet Langston Hughes,
MELODIES
that a
TV
dream
on
deferred
YouTube
is not a dream denied. It was say sebe daya ye to asheda and interest daya no embim International Cathedral ne de em se sa na o se ye no ye hu ne se eye daya a ye to daya no asheda man fa ne se ye daya embim. Also we therefore resolve that in the spirit and cause of transparency and accountability to the Ghanaian people, the current Board of Trustees of the National Cathedral shall appoint an independent, nationally recognized accounting firm to audit all public funds contributed to and spent by the National Cathedral. Auditors will also audit the overall cost of the project. This appointment of an auditor shall take place before the deferment of the activities of the Board of Trustees. So say omo kan say baby edu no e was say omo pe independent international auditor no be audit sika na National Cathedral sika omo agi ni na ye hwe sika ne nso ho asem ni na ye hwe baby a sika na akwa na we ya ade bi a omo mfa entete Ghana fo omo be bie mu fine na Ghana fo ehu ensem ni na mu. Also we therefore resolve that current activities advancing the construction of Ghana's National Cathedral shall be deferred until the atmospherics in Ghana are improved and the audit of the cathedral account is done. So I say womu si so say National Cathedral no sisi a womu ede to nchen until say Ghana ye be sha as economy ni be sha as say pija ye be sha as say okay Ghana ye ho asha as say I mean, you want to say a toy and kakra.
MELODIES TV on YouTube.
Until sir, and until audit report no ebe babon no National Cathedral no baby e wono yenjensi ho. Mayen fa yensa enkonkoka. This is Reverend Eastwood Anaba and Bishop Duncan Mills. Archbishop, sorry. Hey, Mati post ni so. And Archbishop Duncan Mills. Reverend Eastwood Anaba and Archbishop Duncan Mills, where ye enkrata wa mwatraba. Nyansa semen kwa. Until say Ghana for ye be feel say economy ne pick up no. Ansa na no. Na wo ye debt restructure na eji obi. Oji obi life savings. Ekokan o still Messi Cathedral no. Also we therefore resolve that within this period Board of Trustee members will not engage media on National Cathedral matters. In some cases, no Board of Trustee members no. Enya dia ombeka National Cathedral ho assemble. Inti senia Joyce Ayi ekotena radio so egu ni hu ni mu ase. Yekokan ya wasenya na Jesus Christ inti ni akwa ebu efi Israel aba ene nsensem bebre no. Osisi no omu ni omu nko radio so enko kasa biom. Also we further declare that this resolution to defer activities of the National Cathedral in no way impugns the vision or intent of the National Cathedral, but rather ensures that it is advanced and built on a foundation of integrity, efficiency, and quality, while garnering and maintaining public trust and support. Mpanyinfoɔ sei ɛwɔ ɔman ni mu. Whereas national cathedrals globally are known to drive tourism, for example, cathedrals in England attract more than 10 million visitors annually and contribute about 235 million euros in local spending annually. Whereas in 2022, Ghana was ranked by Time magazine as the #1 tourism destination in Africa, and tourism is among the largest contributors to Ghana's GDP and foreign reserves. Whereas Ghana's tourism sector attracted over 1.4 million tourists in 2019, a 49.6% increase from 2018. Whereas Ghana's tourism sector, rebounding from the pandemic, in the first 9 months of 2021 reached 411,000 arrivals, representing a more than 86% increase over 2020. We affirm that tourism is an important driver of economic growth for Ghana. We affirm support for President Akufo-Addo's vision of a national cathedral to, among other things, stand as a testament from the present to posterity of Ghana's faith in Christ and as an investment in Ghana's tourism infrastructure. We affirm that Ghana has a distinctive, comparative, and competitive advantage to serve as the global epicenter and gathering place for Africa's expansive and growing Christian population and others. We affirm and acknowledge that cathedrals that take time to complete, notably St. Paul's Cathedral in London, was built in 35 years. The Washington National Cathedral took 82 years to complete. The Notre Dame Cathedral in France was completed in about 100 years. Cologne Cathedral in Germany took 74 years to complete. The Milan Cathedral in Italy was completed in 579 years. Nti okuja to nsemu ade bia oka no. Nti omo say no kware cathedral no tourism de beba na nyama nanso wo hwe cathedral bebrebe wo wiase mu a ende adane big tourist attractions a ebi mo ye de 35 years na si ye, ebi mo ye de 82 years, ebi mo ye de 100 years, ebi mo ye de 74 years, ebi mo ye de 579 years na si ye. Ghana aden ye pre ye ho a ye pese ye de 1 year esi sa de yi. Economy ni mu nye. Nyankopon sra Archbishop Duncan Williams and the Reverend Eastwood Anaba. Nyankopon sra mo. Montra mo adwo comment box mo tie for me da ase.